Hi everybody, I'm going to walk you through the major components of the MetaTrader 5 software. MetaTrader 5 software is really made up of four primary components, and you can see them here in these little panels on the screen. This is the Market Watch panel, which basically gives you the whole tabular format of all of the prices. This is the Navigator panel, which contains all of your key information. Your access to accounts, your access to indicators, your access to expert advisors, and your access to scripts. And it's simply a tree-based structure here. You can just click and unclick and see what's resident inside of each one of these components here. Your trading panel over here that just basically is your blotter, which we'll go through. And then finally, your chart panel, which gives you all of the charting capabilities that you want out of MetaTrader 5. So let's go through each one of these in a little more detail. When you look at the quotes panel, basically, you can just simply manually add a particular instrument that you like. Let's say you want to add, I don't know, Aussie dollar, right? We'll add this, and we get the live quote. Or you could right-click the whole menu and go show all or hide all, and it will give you all of the various instruments that Pepperstone has available for you in MetaTrader 5. So very simple, very clean, very easy to access all of the quotation data. Now the Navigator panel, as I said, is your gateway to all of your key components. So if you click on the Accounts tab over here, for example, you obviously can log into this particular account, or if you've logged into another MT5 account and saved it, it will have one, two, as many accounts as you want. And you can just simply click on each one of these and it will just log you into a different account. The Indicators tab, of course, gives you access to the indicators. I'm just going to close them up a little bit here. Expert Advisors gives you access to expert advisors, and Scripts does the same. And this, of course, is all very, very nice and tidy and laid out as your Navigator tab. Now, the main tab that everybody looks at when you're trading in MT5 is the Trade Blotter tab, because here you have a whole bunch of components. Now, right now, of course, I'm not doing any trades. It just simply shows me my balance and my equity, which are the same. But if I was doing a trade, the Exposure tab would tell me how much exposure I have in a particular currency. The History tab tells me all of the history of my particular trades. Now, the interesting thing and a different thing in MetaTrader 5 from its prior versions is that MetaTrader 5 has this distinction between orders and deals. An order in MetaTrader 5 is simply your desire to do a trade, a desire to do a transaction. So it's not a transaction itself. Only when the order is executed does it then become a deal. So MetaTrader 5 makes this distinction between orders and deals. You need to understand it in order to be able to fully understand the history and the whole blotter of the MetaTrader 5. Now, the News tab will simply give you news articles. The Mailbox tab is the mailbox. One interesting thing about MetaTrader 5 is that it has a live economic data calendar. And as you can see right now, I'm recording this, this is Friday, November 2nd. It's up to date every single time you log in. So it's very useful if you just want to find out, first of all, if there's any holidays, if there's any transactions, if there's any big events coming up. Super useful. It's really built into your tab. There's several other tabs over here, Company, Market Alerts. These are all marketing tabs for MetaTrader 5, so I'm going to ignore those. The Experts tab gives you a history of everything that's going on with your expert advisors. And the Journal tab is simply giving you a history of everything that's ever happened inside MetaTrader 5, so you can sort of follow it along. Now, moving on to our final component here, which is the charting quadrangle here. This, of course, gives you access to any chart that you want, and you can do it in a quadrangle format like this, or you could do it in a single chart format. So if I were simply to expand this, I could look at just one chart, or I could look at all of the particular symbols that I have going on all at once. It makes it very easy, very cool to look at. In addition to which, of course, we also have this big ribbon over here that has access to all of our indicators, all of the charting aspects of it, as well as placing new orders. You can just simply click on this and place a new order. So you have all of these functions right at your fingertips. Very much easy, very simple to use in MetaTrader 5. Finally, one last thing you want to know about MetaTrader 5 is that if you want your expert advisors to work, very important to turn on the auto trading on and turn it to green. Otherwise, none of the expert advisors will execute. It's turned off for your precaution whenever you turn on MetaTrader 5. So if you wanted to activate it, you need to make sure you push it to green. And that's it. That's the very easy, simple walkthrough MetaTrader 5, and we'll get into much more details as we go forward in other videos.